Not sure what happened there. Hey! Sorry about that. Hey Cecilia, how are you? I'm not really sure how we just glitched out there. Hey Randy. Happy Sunday morning. I think we had a false start. We're back up and running. Good morning. Definitely a shorts and t-shirt day here. It's supposed to get up into the 80s, I think. So we may hit shorts and tank top. I just wanted to put this up to say thank you guys for all of the contributions and support. Really means a lot to us. We are gonna be going away this weekend and we're gonna be live streaming also. And I think we are going to upgrade our stream a little bit. So I'll be able to talk to you about that. I did all my household chores on Thursday, and I have to do a daily sweep, Cecilia. I wonder what I'll buy today, too. I do have to go to the ATM first. I forgot about that. So happy Sunday. Again, just a real thank you for the support. It repeats itself, so I'm not taking it down other than it's a little distracting. I keep reading your names. The weather, I'm gonna take a look at the ugly weather ticker. It says it's 63. It is not. So we're a couple blocks away. We'll walk up. This is actually the perfect time to go to the farmer's market because it's the end. So stuff gets cheap. I don't think I'm going to buy a loaf of bread today because the last time we ate that entire loaf of bread, probably before dinner, it was really good. I am remiss because I never went back for the sourdough starter. But we went somewhere else next Sunday. Oh my gosh, that's pretty awesome. Good afternoon, chick. How are you? We love art festivals. I would like to go to one actually and live stream. There's one in Beverly Hills. Well, it's not quite a festival. It's like an art show. I'm gonna try to pass these people because I walk faster. And a little sidewalk wide. So that place right there, we should come here for a stream. Chopped cheese, so good. It's like a loose meat burger, and not for the vegans. We are going to do a vegan stream. Delicious. I'm glad to hear it, chick. What's your weather like, East Coast? I think I saw the thumbnail for the woman that I can't remember, Ange, who live streams in New York. And she looked like she was still in winter gear. I did watch the newscast from She Clicks Bricks this morning also. I didn't have a lot of time for TV though. Eh, Also, like the flowers are cheaper. Again, I don't have a bag, so I don't know that I'm gonna actually I have a backpack now. I forgot. I do have a bag. So here's a question. Do you eat the skin on the brie? 42 degrees. That's still not bad. That's like a spring day in New England anyway. You know, I would really love to go to the Fairfax market today. And actually, I thought about combining the two streams. But when I go there, I want to buy some stuff. I was looking at that video this morning and I saw a sweatshirt I could have bought, as well as a couple t-shirts. We won't be going next Sunday because we will be live streaming from a mysterious place in California, maybe. But we will be definitely going back there. 1000%. Let's see if I can adjust that. It looks like it is so bright. There we go. We're missing the details. You didn't get to see the Paramount building over there. You should have asked other walking Joe walking. That was JJ Walker, and he was dynamite. I loved Good Times when I was a kid. I think like two of my under 10 favorite shows were Good Times, Jeffersons, of course Brady Bunch, Partridge Family. So, grocery market. We never walk in here, so I figured we would. This is Gower Gulch. This is right next to Sunset Bronson Studios, so this is where all of the cowboys would wait for to be casted. And I like some mysteries too, for sure. We do mystery walks. I think that might be a slight misnomer, but we talk about mysterious things usually on Fridays. Architecture and maybe some darkness that happened, or spooky ghosts. Chick, I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to open it up. Joe fixed it yesterday, and then we tested it a couple times last night. I think ultimately I'm gonna end up buying another microphone because I would like to get some of a touch more of the ambient noise. It's gonna be a surprise. We're probably gonna rent a hotel room in the Cecil? No. Since Joe can work from home, and I mostly work from home, or on the streets, as a streetwalker. Really, I am a streetwalker. We can go anywhere. We might even be renting Whitey Bulger's apartment for a night in Santa Monica. I'm kidding. That's perfect. I hate those commercials. I was actually thinking of making the volume so loud so when the commercials came on, they would be really low. There's also a YouTube setting which you set for yourself, which that bus is turning. Where you can set it so the volume, I can't remember what it's called, so the volume is consistent. Maybe it's volume consistency. I truly am a streetwalker. No sexy stuff there. So yesterday, I'm terrible with names, but with Steve D, we met. Joseph will tell us who we met. The king of Fremont Street, and they were picking up at Venice Beach, kind of where we left off. It sounded like they ended up in a drum circle. Hey, soy Mario. Hey, Mario. It is perfect. It's definitely a deo day for sure, so get your deodorant on. Mark, yes, the other me. I'm sorry, I remembered his name was Mark, but I thought for some reason I would say the other Mark. It was really great meeting you guys last night. And then Joe watched you all the way home because it took us an hour and a half to drive the 12 miles back to Hollywood. Oh, that's a little dangerous crosswalk. All right, here we are at the ATM. Well, I'm pretty sure we subscribed. I don't think he's ever, I'm not gonna show you my debit card number, not that you need it. I'm gonna choose my language as English. Confirm. First time I'm using my debit card because somebody stole it to buy groceries from Walmart. I could have shown you something more interesting than the Marbleette wall. Give me tens. I love that you can get tens out of the... I love that you can get tens out of the ATM. It's brand new. Check it out. Just for you, Brave Bull. You're not going to see the other side. This thing is not giving me the... There we go. I was like, the cash is not coming out. There I am, standing at the ATM. There's my receipt, which I never get. Feel like I maybe just damaged the planet a little bit, but I will do an apology video for getting that bank receipt tonight. I'll post it up tomorrow. Anyway, we're almost there. Yeah, the ATMs are kind of weird downtown. There are a bunch of Chase ATMs at a mall that are actually boarded up and because they're on the sidewalk. We can't really have nice things, I guess. So, Cecilia, there are not free trolleys per se, but the Dash is pretty cheap. That's the sort of smaller inner city bus, and you can take that for free to Griffith Observatory. So you would get on at Vermont and Sunset, which is a stop on the Red Line train. So we got cash. We're gonna cross here. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long. We're gonna dip in. We're walking a different way up than we went in last time because I just don't want the sourdough lady to scream at me that she brought her starter. We should actually have, Los Angeles, I guess, is a billion in debt, so probably get out of that first, but we should have more free transportation. And definitely not a gondola. We definitely don't need a gondola to Dodger Stadium. I think actually West Hollywood might have a free like shuttley trolley bus type thing. But there are also like little bus companies. Like West Hollywood has a bus that drives back and forth, and it's free or either cheap. And then the dash is either 75 cents or free. I just know that the one to the Griffith Observatory is free, which is awesome. And I think we're gonna do that this week. But we're going away at the end of the week, so it'll have to be like Tuesday or Thursday, a day that I don't normally stream. And what I figured we'd do is take the bus up there and then see if we could stream the bus route down, because it's kind of a fun canyon drive. I'd never took the dash bus before going to Griffith Observatory. I've always seen it. All right, here we go. Let's start at the end. Oh, thanks so much. It was fun. I'm glad you were there, Cecilia. This could be a little annoying. I'm gonna walk a little slow. I actually love getting those flowers. They're at the very end of it. Proteus is a great flower, by the way. They last for weeks. And if you change the water, they dry out kind of cool. I know, you were there. That's why I tried to offer a sped up version if you ever wanted to watch it. It's really weird because that short was HD and it uploaded like a watercolor.
That was Saturday.
I got a message from YouTube that they were, you can also get fresh meat here, that they were having an issue uploading, and I was watching it like a hawk, and it looked like it was resolved, so it's HD, but it doesn't really look like it got fixed.
Get some strawberries, we can make some more.
We have a mime. We're not looking for mangoes today, for sure. Hey, eggs. I like it every couple blocks we got a musician. Some awesome musicians. I wish I got their QR code. I'm gonna go left. The skies are beautiful today. It's so bright out that I had to adjust the camera or white balance it, or because everything looked like blown out, like you couldn't see a detail. Hey, Nomad, absolutely. You can smell the patchouli. So this is more like food. Better that they stick your tongue out at you than give you the middle finger, is what I always say. Hey Hey unknown, happy Sunday. We are at the farmer's market, although really in the food section. Eggs is an enigma, a mystery. I bet the empanadas are really good. I don't know that I'm ready for the 80s. I see somebody holding iced coffee, so I'm gonna get an iced coffee unless the line is crazy long. I haven't seen any Indian food here. That's too long for a line for me. I like how the whoever the secretary that's in charge of eggs said we could just get chickens.
It was fantastic.
That would be perfect in my apartment. A nice chicken. I haven't seen gyros either. African food. Handmade pasta. Oh. Exactly. Right. I'm not going to wait for you to set your star. I'm not going to wait for you to come out in your Oscar dress or your hat on your head. I can't do any more events where I'm standing in line. This guy got a nice coffee that he's really proud of. Maybe I should find out where he went. Dude, second Michael Jackson song I heard today. What do you think that means? I think it means I should go out tonight. A tea guy. Maybe we should get some tea. Joe, let me know if you want me to go back and get some tea from that guy to maybe cut out our coffee, afternoon coffee. I love blue corn chips. Pupusas again. Oh, pupusas are great. We've got bao, bao, a vegan, Cecilia. So we do have some vegan offerings, which are pretty great, but it is LA. Crepes. Caribbean, or Caribbean if you prefer, Korean. I don't see any Indian food. I would actually love to have a curry for dinner. There is barbecue, Korean barbecue. Delicious, right? So we're gonna walk straight through here. Joe, I've never made curry for you. We've never made curry. I feel like we have. I love making it because it's easily rewarding and it always comes out good. I thought I saw a sushi lady. There's something about eating sushi in the sun. Oh, look at those nice, cool hampers. You could just get a picnic hamper and roll away. They're pretty awesome. The picnic hampers are not fun to carry, especially after they're empty. More handmade pasta. lemonade, gluten-free. We're gonna walk up through the vegetables. This farmer's market is every Sunday, every single Sunday except for the marathon. I love vegan egg substitutes because you can kind of make them with stuff you have. When I was a vegan for a little bit, I did the chia seed egg. I think I actually bought fake vegan egg stuff also. I know that eggs is also not a pescatarian because they do not like fish. I bought one of these plants here. It's sitting in my kitchen right now. It was like $7, but like 10 years ago, and probably not from that exact same spot. This is the kind of bouquet right here this person is looking at, so I don't want to do a butt shot, but worth its bang because oh sorry puppy. That stuff just dries out and you pull the lilies out and it looks great. Oh puppy. I've never heard of them. Here we got some eggs. Honey. Oh, I've never eaten them by themselves, but use them in like a bakery mixture. Those eggs were so expensive. Farm fresh with $40 for a pallet. I don't know how many that is. I love this. Please do not squeeze. Those are definitely probably better than the eggs. Every once in a while, the market I go to like runs out of eggs, as we all do right now, and sources them from somewhere else, and they're under $10, and they're like blue. I feel like the Charmin was made for squeezing. And the more you tell me to not, the more I want to squeeze it. Oh, Mr. Whipple. He was kind of the pain in the ass. No, eggs are great. Don't get me wrong. And also Eggs, who's in the chat, is great. Don't get me wrong. When I was just vegan, I was just trying to do everything to not accidentally... I don't know, I was kind of manically vegan, I would say. I have had quail eggs. So, I only like eggs if they're not hard-boiled. Fried, omeletted, poached is my favorite, but once they're hard-boiled, the texture, again, of the yolk is kind of like a mushroom or olive. It's gritty and moist, and it grosses me out. Sorry. I don't know that I've had duck eggs before, but and I've seen an ostrich egg. That's all I can tell you.
I mean, not hard, but like, eat everything right.
I love a soft-boiled egg. Once the yolk is cooked, unless it's like in an egg salad sandwich, I could eat egg salad. I love egg salad, mostly the mayonnaise. If it's in that form, I have no problem with it, but just biting into a hard-boiled egg. Sets my gag reflex. Again, TMI. Here's more eggs. So we hit the end, Hollywood Boulevard. I love omelets. I also like eggs with like broccoli and cheese, like baked in like a cupcake cup. But mostly I make over easy, really runny yolk, over light maybe. I love that. And then for a while we were making bagel sandwiches every morning. Bagels are the worst bread for you. Like, they're delicious. I love quiche too, yeah. But bagels are like, have no nutritious value to them.
But I mean, we could also put it in.
We are on Ivar. So we're in Triangle Square. You know, my mother was not a very good cook, but one of the things she made a lot for us was poached eggs on toast. Fancy. I love bagels. Don't get me wrong. It's not something that my body should have every day. So, we're on Ivar. Hey!
You want to come try juice for the vlog?
What is that?
We got apple beet and cucumber apple.
Apple beet. What is it? Juice?
Yes, sparkling juice with microgreens in it. Y'all, come try this.
Okay.
That's excellent.
Where do I find you on YouTube?
Walking_in_LA.
Do you have a business card? Do YouTubers carry business cards?
Some of them do, I don't. I want to get whatever I drank, that red juice.
Beet and
That's cucumber apple.
oh, cucumber. I was wrong.
I needed a juice, no lime.
$10, I got you.
I got you. Do you want me to use a cod? Is that better? Oh,
Can I get a shout out?
shout out.
Can we get a
Absolutely.
Can we get a bottle with a logo on it?
Barron's Microgreens.
Perfect. Fire. Great.
Here we are. We are going to drink one. I already know I love it because I got to sample it. Thank you so much. Are you Barron?
I am not. I'm Justin.
That's tough. But
I might as well be Barry.
he might as you will be one day. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Here we go. This is probably much better for me than coffee. I got a beet juice with microgreens. I haven't had beet juice in so long. I love beets. I wish he gave me Barron's microgreens. So you were wondering what I was going to buy. I'm going to buy some beet juice. You can't beat it. That's not funny, I know. There's the library. Hiya.
Good.
Eggs are great for science experiments. I don't think, I feel like we've misused and respected eggs for a long time. And now that they're so expensive, we won't be chucking them at houses or cars. I could finish it off with some natural prunes. And potatoes hurt. I think tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, would be the perfect substitute for an egging. I really would like to carry some back with me, but I really don't want to look like Oscar Wilde roaming Hollywood. So, what do you want to wager I'm going to wear some part of this beet drink? Just kidding. I'm going to find a solid surface and open it up there. If I miss anybody, it's I'm trying not to trip or bang my shins on something. So sorry. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but performing nonetheless. I love this instrument. I wish I got some ones. I suppose it's the xylophone. Hey, if I miss saying hi to anybody, I can't really always read and walk. I never text and drive. I'm just gonna dip over here for a second so I can open my beet juice. This used to be a really cute little complex with an Urban Outfitters in it, and they had little events. Unfortunately, we can't have, I'm joking. Unfortunately, just retail is not what it used to be. All right, ooh. I think I saw a video on, whoa, this is almost fermented. So I may end up with some of this on me. I should not have shaken it. Oh my gosh. So, Barron's microgreen, so good. It really is so good. And you know what I love better? The bottle seals all the way so I can put it in my bag. The carbonation, lovely. Let's go back. It's so good, Joe. You should really have come instead of doing something that you love to do. I'm just kidding. I know you love to do this, but we used to make beet juice. So let's walk up to Hollywood Boulevard, get whipped in the face by a beautiful little pussy willow or flower. I know, I'd be afraid to walk down the street with my flat of eggs. I go through egg phases though, and I'm not currently in one.
Okay, I keep quiet.
I thought those people were waving at me, but I always wave back now, so it was not for me. That's all right though. I haven't gone inside with the live stream because there are always so many people. But I plan on it. I also want to go to the last bookstore, inside the last bookstore. Never like a destination. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to figure out which way to go to be the least in the way. I'm gonna make a break.
My boss no longer likes, avocado. Why don't you like this?
So we're heading towards Hollywood Boulevard. Gonna tool around over here.
Chicken that you.
Oh. I will be really happy not to be in such a crowd. I'm not sure. I think I should get soft serve. So far, beet juice, which is really great. It's shaken and fermenting in my fanny pack. Hopefully it doesn't burst open.
Oh, yeah.
She agrees.
Organic bunches, $2.
All right, here you go. It's the end of the day. They just sell stuff. They don't have to take it back with them. Although the downside to coming here is sometimes people are sold out of stuff. Very smart. Soft serve for lunch, maybe for dinner. I wonder if $5 soft serve is open. Would you be mad if I went there without you? There's a place by Madame Tussauds museum that has $5 soft serve, and like 9 times out of 10 that we go there, it is just not open. And coincidentally, there is another ice cream store next to it, but it's more expensive. Yeah, the thing, I don't, if we just moved in a more organized fashion, I wouldn't hate the crowd so much, but I never know where to stand, especially taking a corner. I would get chocolate or chocolate and vanilla swirl. But if I could get like a flavored, usually soft serve, it's only like chocolate and vanilla. The place we went to last night, which was broken, had vanilla and strawberry twist. We ended up, this is kind of embarrassing, but instead of actually having a nice dinner, we were so hungry, we got Taco Bell last night for dinner. Black bean, crunch wrap. No, but like the swirl 2 colors, you can get a 1 lever soft serve machine that just has like chocolate or vanilla in it. So I never order Mexican pizzas or nachos, and this is a really gringo reason why, but on the East Coast, Mexican pizza and nachos come with black olives on them, cut up black olives, and I hate olives. Pacific Theater. Oh my God, unknown, just hang out for one more second. You know where we are? Raymond Chandler Square. Hey, Kleber. Pacific Theater. The only reason no one's in this building is because when they built the subway, and then the Northridge earthquake made it structurally unsound, leaky, and rotty. There's Lido Apartments. There's Myrna Loy. You can't really see her, but I can. all over. To be honest with you, like a couple blocks down, a couple blocks over, this video where we started off at Sunset Gower Studio, which used to be maybe Goldwyn. Oh, sorry. I'm looking for... They're kind of all over. I only ever see this Raymond Chandler sign when I'm not looking for it. So the film studios, Paramount is maybe down the street here to the left. And then up at Highland, you can drive to Warner Brothers into Burbank. There's our video monitoring in progress sign. And then in Culver City is Fox Studios, and also the what used to be MGM. But like this city has tons of places that used to be studios everywhere also. That's the park sign. I'm gonna post a picture of the Raymond Chandler Square sign because I know you don't believe me now. I wouldn't. I talk about it and we never show it. But we're in that area where the sign is. Oh, by the way, they're closing Hollywood 3:25. I wonder what they're going to be doing. Let me know when that ad is over. I'm pretty sure we just walked by somebody famous in the farmer's market in a sun hat. I just can't place her right now. It's a redheaded lady. TV show. But also, people don't always look the same. I'm good, thank you so much. Last time I asked them for free information for another day, they screamed at me. Maybe I should take Joe on a Hollywood bus tour for his birthday. I know that he would love that. He's been dreaming of that. More like me, but... What's Larry Edmonds? I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe it's coming up this coming weekend. He doesn't really want that though, and he's probably mad that I told him when his birthday is. He's shy. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh, the bookstore that I kind of like swiped in on that had the Gilda movie poster. I'm going to I'm just gonna charge up. I think it's a little premature, but better safe than sorry, right? So pardon me while I press the camera to my chest. Woo! There's the ceiling of... Let me know if that changed the sound, because I just plugged it in. You were hatched and you fell out of the nest. Hey, Ty. Joe, let me know if the sound changed. I just did my charging.
Now we have something to prove. Now we have to prove himself. Guys, we can still have room in five.
How are we going to front?
A cute little bookstore. Just kidding. Sorry. You are special to us. Wow, they're really gonna restore this whole thing. I don't know what they're putting in here, but it's the other Hollywood museum. Used to be a theater, of course. But it really looks like they're going to totally restore it. Which this sign is kind of a legend on the street, right? Oh, yeah, thanks. If you go back and look at pictures from the 50s or 60s maybe, I've seen that sign there. It might have been the Hollywood Theater. There's a sign on the post right in front of it. But we passed the Raymond Chandler sign. It might be closer to Hollywood and Vine. We just walked over Stephanie Power Star. One time I saw her walking with a bird on her shoulder in some West Side nature preserve. Right, the museum tie is gone now that was there, but they're repurposing the building and keeping the facade. It feels like there's an event going on in town. Everything has been kind of busy. Everybody was throwing a party in the Venice canals yesterday. Please let it be time to cross. think I made an error. No, we walked the marathon the day before. I don't know that I could. I've walked 20 miles in a day. I don't know. I have the marathon is 26 miles. I don't know that I could have done that after walking to Santa Monica the day before. It's never been my dream to train for a marathon. I'm always afraid that I'll be running somewhere and I'll just die. I know I shouldn't say the D word, but and we didn't go. Two things. We didn't stream last Sunday because we're having a recoup day. I did stream on Monday though. I would have coat regret. Running across the street. My sister runs. I ran in high school, cross country.
Sweater. I mean, my whole thing is walking.
This is almost like the farmer's market. So many shop booths. Maybe we'll take Joe in a car for his birthday. The marathon is not for me. I kind of developed a hate for marathons when I lived in Boston, sorry. Because of how they would like screw up the city. And I really only ever find out about the marathon here like a week before, and it never affects me. I don't want to do the tour bus alone. I'm not afraid of doing things alone though, but I don't know about the tour bus. Here we are, we always are, Man's Chinese Theater. Sorry for the redundancy, but it's always fun to visit. Not all of them. I just wanted to take a second to say thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Helps the channel. We're always trying to improve, be more exciting. We put up polls. Join in. All right. So. Let's go into the mall and then we'll pop back out to the Roosevelt. Yeah, I don't think many people make millions of dollars. Just the star. We'll take the stairs. I don't really like walking up an escalator. These stairs used to play music when you stepped on them. You can still see the sensors on the side, but obviously they broke. Cute thing about this little mall is there's a whole little section up here. Where you can bring your food and eat. See the street. We'll try to sneak over there without being creepy. Hey, Takate time. We felt like we spent a whole day with you yesterday. One stream to another. Great to see you again today. All right, we're gonna go down. Don't want to bother people while they're eating, especially if it's crepes, right? This is another area you could sit in. I felt like I spent my whole day watching streams. I still haven't seen the last episode of Severance, which I thought I was gonna watch last night, but I was pooped. I don't know about you, but this is the first time in my life I feel like a time change has affected me. Like, I am waking up an hour later than I did like a month ago. I think Joe and I pretty much passed out after we went to Taco Bell. I'm gonna say it again, Joe. I know you are embarrassed, but a Johnny Rockets if you're in the mood for 50s. You know, Cecilia, I never really walked through the canals quite as extensively as I did yesterday. I didn't even know there was that many blocks of canals. And we got there and it was misty, as you saw, and it was just kind of like magical and fun. I usually end up only planning to do like 90 minutes and then 2 hours, and then it turns into 3 hours or 4. I'm a dog that is ordering boba. Can dogs have boba? All right. We'll peek down here because it's worth it, but I kind of want to go back and see if the $5 soft serve place is open. This is a perfect day for $5 soft serve. Not for long. Well, also, Cecilia, I feel like sometimes the longer we are on streaming, like I get more energized. I don't know how to say it, but like more energized the longer it goes. And so I always I don't want to always turn off, but I don't want to wear out my welcome either.
Order for Ashley.
I am definitely not making $1 million, Kleber. Let me know when the ad's over.
Order for Sasha.
I really want to eat at this burger place so bad. not sure. I really want to go there. Probably the first week of April. Is this the last week of March? Sorry, no, we got 2 more weeks of March. Or maybe the weekend, I keep misspeaking. So the weekend of the 31st is the weekend we're planning on going out of town. The 21st. So that's next weekend. Yeah, the 31st is on a Monday. So probably the week after that, I'll go to Hancock Park. Was the CPK still there? Yeah, it was. There used to be a Starbucks where that window burger place was. So the only stores that I remember from here originally are this Sephora and the Forever 21. Yeah, I love Hancock Park too. All you can smell is Ben & Jerry's, which is not the ice cream I'm gonna get. Did you ever watch, ever watch 6 Feet Under? You know, the house that they lived in? All those houses are on the other side of Wilshire Boulevard. Those are pretty great houses too. Back down here. And now, the task at hand.
Just the guy I've been looking for. I'm ready to be filmed.
Are you ready to be filmed for what? Say hi.
Huh?
I was just saying hi. Hi.
God bless you.
God bless you
I
too.
wish you the best.
Have a good day. Cheers. You too. Well, that's nice to hear. I'm just the guy he was looking for. I loved it. I ran out of shows to watch, so I started watching it again. The first season is kind of weird because it has those weird commercials in it for embalming fluid and a deluxe purse, which were kind of clever, but they make it, the first season seem dated. Oh my gosh. That show just breaks my heart though, so I don't know if I know what happens now, so that last episode. That's a loud motorcycle. I love it. That's why I live here. She's got mangoes. All right, let's see.
Hollywood tour buses.
I don't know how. I don't know if I would want to drive. I don't like the music too loud when I'm driving in the city because I feel like I need my ears to drive. All right, here we are. $5 soft serve open. We'll find out in a second. I think it's a ruse.
All hats, all shirts, $5, you guys. $5.
All right. Oh. This is Hollywood's biggest scam. No, Joe, no. No $5 soft serve today. You did not miss out. I just walked up this street for a second. A McDonald's soft serve. I could, but it's not real ice cream. I might just wait. We got Fat Boy ice cream sandwiches last night. I forgot to mention that. I might just wait to get home, but I feel like I should have a soft serve or something. If McDonald's made Shamrock Shake soft serve, maybe I would get it. I'm gonna jaywalking across the street right now. Sorry, Jay. Roosevelt Hotel, straight ahead. When I first came to Hollywood, the first time I came to Hollywood on the bus with just $5 in my suitcase, joking. None of this stuff was here either. They were building this mall. In fact, the Grove, the only thing near I want to get out from under that song. The Grove wasn't here too the first time I visited. It was just the Hollywood Farmers Market. I'm just waiting for that to be walking, and that song is really loud. I apologize, sometimes I have to go back and delete the songs because my only hope of kind of making some chicken scratch on this is some of those commercials, I guess. And I don't want to share this with anybody else. I'm just kidding. All right. Another hit. All right. Oh, let's all do it. I feel like if no one presses the button, it never changes. Let's walk through. I could also go. The young people love to blast that music, I gotta tell ya. And sometimes they're not so young.
Yeah, he's like, oh, there's my guy.
Maybe I should get an ice cream. I'm gonna get one of these. Joe, don't get mad. So I'm gonna get one of these donuts. Sorry. I'm gonna get a donut. What kind should I get? Chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry?
I would say strawberry.
Yeah? We'll get a strawberry donut. You guys wanted ice cream. This is better than the $5 soft serve that's never open.
It's better than all the soft serve.
Right? Exactly. The best of both worlds. Who lies more?
So I have a donut with strawberry.
Yeah.
It'll be $8.50.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So you guys tell me who lies more, and that's where we'll put the change. I know you guys are a couple seconds behind me.
$1.50 will be your change.
Thanks. Does that mean like the boys get the tips or the girls get the tips?
It's usually just split between
All right. I think boys lie more.
boys.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. We gave the boys lie more the tip. And now this fella's... No, just plain. I don't want to spill anything on my shirt. My Target t-shirt. You know what? It's the only one that's not cut so gigantic or long that I feel like a little kid in it. Hey Ruben, we are getting an ice cream donut made for Donuts Company at LA. You can find them on Instagram or TikTok, Don Us Company. But you can get six donuts for $5 here. I'm getting a single frozen donut. Aw, I already ordered. I've been craving some horchata lately though. I want some horchata ice cream. Look at my donut. Awesome. All right. They're making the magic happen. Can I watch you? I won't film you. I'll try to. They're checking you out on Instagram. Is that like a waffle iron? Does it?
So it heats up the ice cream and, well, let me get you that. So once it's heated up, we get it and we dip it in the sugar. So
Uh-huh.
it can kind of have that.
Aha, gotcha. Check that deliciousness out. All right. We'll not invade their space anymore. I know, Joey. I'm so sorry you're not here. We walk by here all the time also. A strawberry donut. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. Let's do a shirt shot at the end and see how much I end up wearing. Oh my God. It is a highly impractical thing to walk and eat. So good. I'm gonna show you my mouth. I don't know if you saw it. It's like covered in sugar. Oh no, I showed my mouth. My mouth is so covered in sugar. I'm pretty sure I have a pink strawberry mustache now. My friend again.
Hey, you have a good one, man.
And you
I'm
too,
gonna see
take care.
Hey, what time for 1:45. 1:45? You guys want to go on a tour tonight? Lovely tour. You guys want to go on a tour? Beverly Hills, fast tour. Oh yeah, for free. I'll drive.
I'm really leaning into my salt and pepper. I'm trying to cover my mouth while I eat because I know I have sugar. Let's rest on Jimmy Kimmel. This is now my current state. All right, I'm gonna take one more bite, which honestly, that's all we got. I come prepared. I'm a little hanky. so much ice cream left over. I feel remiss throwing it out. I will do an apology video for that tomorrow also. That was so good. I actually never would have gotten strawberry ice cream in that though. I would have gotten chocolate. But he was really a sweet person and I love taking people's advice. So maybe, just maybe, we went to the $5 soft serve place, closed. So we just went to Donuts, God, and had a ice cream filled donut. I love it. And it literally sounds like a concert. Oh. Hollywood is definitely jumping today. That's literally like 5 songs. Pick one.
Jealousy, a little greed. I've been thinking of what I need. I need a friend.
We'll be erasing that song later, but enjoy it while you can.
I need a friend every day.
Up.
I need a friend.
Sunnyside. Hey BD, I just ate ice cream. Woo, sorry. Ice cream and a donut. I think my mustache is matted right now. I don't have any money to tip him, but my girl is hot. And it is like literally the 2 things I love, donuts and ice cream. But also I love a sugary donut like that one. It's still with me. Your head here. Ice cream could be nutritious also if you think about it, right? It's got protein. This is not the Taco Bell I went to last night. Let's walk up this street. We never go this way. We go that way all the time. You're not missing anything. Starbucks. Another really loud song. We did a walk in this area a couple of weeks ago. This used to be one of the most dangerous sections of Hollywood, actually. I think when I was researching it, the newscaster called it a supermarket for drugs, this area was. I vaguely remember the buildings that were here. They were really kind of low to the ground. So we're at Yucca, coming up to Yucca. And then, so they totally raised this neighborhood and built these new apartment buildings, and who knows where the people that used to live here are, because this doesn't really look very affordable. You can see the top of the Montecito up there. Mickey Rourke lived there. I think now it's just a senior home. I love that though, because it's a awesome building. I have it in another walk that we're gonna do. It's really funny because Yucca was really like this like middle class area when the industry was here, and then kind of after the movie studios kind of sort of collapsed in the late 60s, 70s, and people weren't under contract anymore. Well, Yucca is pretty nice now. So these also really used to look like low-slung kind of motel housing. This is an older building right here, but I also feel like there were maybe film vaults over here somewhere. But now look, I will absolutely go right on Wilcox, for sure. So after putting this here, this barrier, this actually made the neighborhood a little more safer because cars couldn't cruise through. But here's a old sign. Kind of fading away there. Just like the old cruising signs that you see in Silver Lake still in West Hollywood. They are now, but there's some buildings over here that were cold storage. And I could be over a block. I know that there's also a lot of film vaults in Warner Brothers too. So hey Ty, I'm glad you're here. Remember when we had the stream and we said we're at the end of Route 66? So technically, that's only been the end of Route 66 since the 50s. The original end was in downtown. Well, I know that the Warner Brothers lot had a fire a couple, maybe 10 years ago. So just adding these kind of made the street a little safer. I mean, they did a lot more stuff, I'm sure. There used to be Fredericks of Hollywood. Was in Hollywood. And one of the most famous Hollywood costume designers also lived in Hollywood at the Knickerbocker Hotel. Irene, MGM. Hey Brandon, happy Sunday. Irene also ended her life at the Knickerbocker Hotel. I don't know that we talked about that on the walk. I was really kind of wrapped up with Fred McMurray. So we're on Whitley. And we're going to continue. There's the dash bus. I'm going to let the dash by first. I think like people didn't preserve stuff in the olden days, or didn't think to preserve it, and like those movies just disintegrated. Do you remember old CDs do that too? They like I can't remember what they call it, but if you have a CD from like the 80s, I don't know why you would, but like the digital layer dies or it gets polluted. I can't remember the term, but decays, shall we say. It is really a shame. I don't know that we should hang on to every single building that ever existed and every single TV show and every single movie. Certainly some of these things should be revered, but what we should save is the recordings of these things. I hope if my YouTube channel never gets canceled, 100 years from now, people will be able to look at this, right? And I will not be here any longer, but we'll be able to see what it was like. Imagine if people had been doing stuff like this, I don't know, in the 70s. So we're on the backside of the Lido with these types of houses, and this is I think the Brown house. They moved the very last of them. Oh. Am I in a loop? Sorry. I didn't see that it cut down on the sound. Well, Cecilia, go on YouTube. There are people that... I also found it kind of inspiring for this channel. There are people that drove down Wilshire Boulevard in the 40s, and you can tell they've got a huge ASS camera on the back of their car because people are looking at them like they're insane. And then there's a guy that has stuff from the 40s and 20s. So I'm pretty sure this was part of some studio at some time, or like a little mini production studio. That's the last house on Hollywood Boulevard. Hey Mary, I'm sorry if I miss anybody. It's really bright out. In order to conserve my energy, I turn the screen pretty low. Also, so people can't read behind me. I'm kidding, I don't care about that. So I want to go on Wilcox, I haven't forgotten. It would be kind of crazy, a live stream back in the day. On my Instagram I have pictures of my shins. Not easily, I'm joking, I don't have pictures of my shins, but I kind of miss a chat or two when it's busy because I can't completely read and walk. I just try. That's why I always say if I missed anybody, I'm really sorry, because one of the parts of being able to do this is like engaging with people. That's why I like doing it a little more than making just regular videos. Oh, look, it's a mini stormtrooper. No one's afraid of you, buddy. I'm gonna be a professional one day. I'm trying. You know, I honestly also think there's Playmates shoes. I also think I get better through feedback from you guys. There's the Gilbert Hotel and the Mark Twain Hotel. Those were in the Green Book. Did I pass Wilcox already? Hey, Mighty Bull, welcome, welcome. So I have a second phone. It's buried deep in my hip pack. I confuse Wilcox and Whitley all the time. I know that we already walked over Whitley. Oh, that's way back. But he said take a right on Wilcox. We'll go back to Wilcox. I'm not going to the police station though. Not that I'm afraid of the police station. Not that I'm not afraid of the police station. If you want to know the place to eat when you're in Hollywood, Harold's Chicken. This place is off the hook. Busy, but always really good. I've only ever had delivery though. So, LGBT Center. There are a couple. I don't think I have my other phone. Hold on. So I'm gonna toss this water. Hold on for 1 second. Joe just called me and I have no idea why. I'm going to recycle the bottle for sure. Let's look at some fun stuff on a wall. Mighty Bull, welcome. All right. Going back to Wilcox. I still have my water bottle.
Better than Rome, better than Italy. How are you? Oh, I love my pizza.
He's talking about the pizza. All right, hold on for 1 second. So this is Whitley. What is on Wilcox that I'm supposed to go to? Sorry. I hope it's not. So, I don't remember crossing Wilcox yet, and as long as I've lived here, Whitley, which is right here, and Wilcox have always confused me. Oh. Hold on, let me see. So Wilcox is behind us, probably. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. We'll go. Let me just see if I can put this down. Okay, stupid water in my pocket. Hang tight. Oh my god, I feel like a grandpa using this phone. It's a Google phone, and I don't know where anything is, including Wilcox. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'm going to walk back in the direction if I don't see Wilcox. I really wish I didn't bring this water with me. If I don't see Wilcox, I'm going to give up. I aim to please, but within reason. Also, I don't really know why I'm going there, so hopefully it's not to be stabbed. But here we have a yard sale to check out over here. We'll find it. It's only like a block or so away. I think the reason why I confused them is because they're kind of close. And so I think Wilcox is closer to Highland. Oh, gee. All right. I feel like I'm on a treasure hunt. So Cherokee. I'm going the wrong direction. I mean, I don't really care. I don't have much to do today. Oh God, hold on. Hold, please. Hey there. Joey. All right. I also don't know how to answer the phone. Okay, so I have a new phone, which I also cannot answer or find maps or Google Maps on. But hopefully, we're now going in the right direction. I don't understand. Oh, geez, Joseph. Which way is Wilcox?
That way.
Oh, thank you so much. We are walking in the right direction. Hold on. Hello. I cannot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I can. Joe is checking to see if I'm walking in the right direction. No, I can see the chat. I am crossing the street and walking in the right direction. Okay, I don't. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hugs. Love. I think I'm going to walk down to Hollywood to look for Wilcox. So we're taking a right on Hudson. We're going to go left on Hollywood Boulevard for our Wilcox adventure. Oh, and then there's also Wilton, which confuses me. Wilton, Wilcox, and Whitley. What's in a name or a letter? Thanks for joining the adventure today. Thank you, Ty. BD, I definitely turned my watch on today. So we will have mileage. You know, maybe I could drink some of this water so I wouldn't have to carry it around. Hey, remember we saw these houses before? Pop quiz. I thought this was kind of a new building, but it is not. Imagine if this stream was just me walking around this block over and over again for 2 hours. They do sleep streams. I think this would be more interesting because we would see a variety of stuff. Like a bicyclist. Someone's smoking in their car.
You talk.
I am full of liquid. Beet juice, melted strawberry ice cream, liquefied donut, and now I'm drinking this water. The beet juice was effervescent and deliciously surprising. The little sample he gave me. Okay, there's Schrader. Wilcox. Oh my god. So, like, I literally have walked back and forth on Wilcox 18 times. I'm really sorry. These people must think I'm crazy. So Wilcox is straight ahead. I'm positive. I see the sign. Now tell me I'm going left or right. I can't remember. Everyone likes tiny. So we're at Wilcox. And you wanted me to turn left. I'm turning left. Are you taking me to the Lido or Playboy Liquor? And now I feel especially stupid getting confused about Wilcox. Are we gonna meet Javier? The Whiskey Hotel. I've never heard of this Whiskey Hotel. So this is Wilcox. This is the back of that theater that we always see. It will probably crumble. These are the old stomping grounds of Ed Wood. In fact, the Lido, the opposite end of the Lido, there's like a little doorway, and there used to be a bar or cafe there. Ed Wood would get smashed there in drag. This one, Duet, or the Lido, or these little peachy ones. Should we go stop by Carol Burnett's old place, since we're over here? When did you live here, Javier? So, Hotel California, the album cover, Eagles. I know we're all Eagles fans. Eagles the band. That album cover was taken in the lobby of this building, but this is the entrance to the no longer there cafe or bar. So because we're in the neighborhood and we all love Carol Burnett, I think Simply Sonora guided me here last time. You are very welcome. I'm happy that you didn't stab me. I'm joking. It's not this one. 6434. All right, quick, someone look up Carol Burnett's address in the 50s. I think it is this green building. A national treasure. Carol Burnett. Should we dip back down to Hollywood Boulevard where the action is, or should we go to Franklin Los Feliz? I'll give you a chance to vote. There we go. Thanks for looking it up. I just recycled my water, and it's CVS. Oof. It's... I think my breath has just been taken away. Give me a second. Ooh. Every once in a while. So I'm gonna look up the temperature, but I never trust it because I think I have, it's an ugly one, sorry. 69 degrees, but it feels like it's like 77. My back is a little sweaty from this nylon backpack. I can't imagine carrying like a Starlink or something to like, I mean, I really do want to improve my connection at all times, but I don't want to, buy a Starlink and support that, or B, carry that on my back. I'm just not into the whole moving to Mars thing. So a couple more days of it being hot and it will start to feel like summer. But what happens, as you know, It's just gonna dip down this week again. So it's supposed to be a high of 80 today or tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not going to stream because I don't usually stream on Mondays. But I am gonna do an extra one this week. Either Tuesday or Thursday, probably Tuesday. I love the street names too. I also love when we have given up on using their proper pronunciation. My favorite version of that is Canyon and Beverly Hills. Now, when you put a tilde over the N, that makes the nya sound. So it's not canon, Canyon. There's the Knickerbocker. You can check out Irene. I think I said, also, Elvis stayed there. I think Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio had their first date there or spent their honeymoon dinner there. I can't remember all the details all the time. I would live in this building. I just love this building. The DWP has some very interesting architecture or parks that they build around their facilities. It's unfortunate that they can't maintain the power wires, but exactly. There are places that you can get rooftop access to, but you know I'm afraid of heights. But I wouldn't be afraid to go on like the rooftop of that if it was, look at that. I want the penthouse apartment there. It's not an apartment. Hey, Kasepi, happy Sunday. We usually do whatever's in the chat close to the beginning, or whatever's in the thumbnail close to the beginning, so I'm sorry if you guys came here for farmer's market fruit and you just got me. I have never noticed this hotel before, the Hollywood Walk of Fame Motel. Let's go down Vine. Right? Look at it. And the doors are open too. I hope they're having a party up there today. And I don't know why, but I just love this building. I think it's iconic. Everybody kind of knows it. It's almost like our Leaning Tower of Pisa. This club over here looks like whatever, but it's really old, and a lot of famous people played here. They're actually converting it into condos right now. I think that would be a bigger stink than getting rid of the Silver Lake Foot. So this is the Hollywood Playhouse. You see that type of architecture and sort of filigree that we talk about. I can never remember the name of it. Charcuterie or something like that. So Hollywood Playhouse, very Spanish bungalow style. Crosby, Sinatra, Bob Hope, and you know I'm gonna say Judy Garland. And there I am, reflected in the same doors that Frank Sinatra went through at one time. Isn't there a nightclub, or isn't one of these buildings a nightclub? I feel like Wonderland Murders are right above where we were. Right? So that particular area, John Holmes and the Wonderland Murders all have something in common. I want to do... So actually the street is called Wonderland and it's in the hills. And I can't remember where Wonderland is.
Drivers? Nobody.
What we doing, guys? Celebrity homes, Beverly Hills.
I feel like the 70s and the 80s, we're in Bob Hope Square. The 70s and the 80s must have been insane to be here. Like, just crazy. Or in the late 60s. Also, like, if you think about it, society, like, was kind of falling apart in the 70s. New York City was in tatters. LA probably was in tatters. We're gonna do a tour bus ride. There's a guy that I like to watch. I've forgotten his name. Brian, maybe. Morton is his last name. Maybe it's Brian E. Morton. I'm trying to remember it. I apologize. He did the worst tour bus and the best tour bus, but he didn't keep the camera running on the tour bus. He just rated them, which was really nice. But I wouldn't want to do the cheapest one. He said the cheapest one was kind of better, actually. I went on a binge of that a couple weeks ago, of the Wonderland, when I was reading about that particular area. And that's how I knew about whatever his supposed connection was to it. Now I really can't remember that details. I thought learning stuff was supposed to improve your memory. I feel like I'm reading all this stuff all the time, and I remember like a 15th of it. I never saw the Val Kilmer version of the movie because I really only peripherally heard about that MURDER like in my life, and then I just came across it again and was reminded of it when I was researching the Yucca corridor. Here's Amoeba. I never know which way to go for the scooters. So let's dip down to Santa Monica and go see the Ramones in Hollywood Forever. But if for some ungodly reason I run out of power, you can go back to a different video where I did it. I'm gonna plug in my gimbal, which charges my blobbly blue, which charges my other blobbly blue. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. Please stand by. All right, we're charging. So I tried to learn lessons, you know. I have 3 battery packs. One is solar charging on my back. I hate ending the stream because we ran out of power and I don't get to say goodbye. So this is the end of the Walk of Fame. We're going to take a look at who the last star is. I'm surprised there aren't just rogue tour buses that like pick people up and overcharge them. I don't think she knows who Ralph Edwards is. All right, so Anita Page, Sigmund Lubin, I actually do. Will Hayes, Loretta Young, Lee Remick. Lucille Ball is all the way down here. Allison Janney, that's Montgomery Clift. Juanita Moore, Gregory Rafton, Audrey Meadows, Jack Jones. I'd be mad if I were some of these people. Jimmy Smits, Thomas Mitchell, Stanley Kramer is the last star. Woo! A big shout out to Hollywood and not a single cloud in the sky. Just a couple puffs. I do have on my 110 UV skin block. So I should only get a light sunburn. It's the city of broken and fulfilled dreams. I listened to not a podcast. I like to call these podcasts. I listened to an anti-LA YouTuber who left LA after blah 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 blah, homeless people, crime, just complaint after complaint after complaint. Two guys that were talking about this. One of them I watch kind of often, so I was kind of bummed. And they were like, but you know, LA is the city that you can't ask for anything from. I am totally butchering or really paraphrasing that. Like if you ask for things, you don't get them. That's kind of stupid to start with, but you're complaining about LA because you didn't get the things you asked for here. I don't know what my point there was, but you know, it's hard talking for 3 hours. It sounded like it was a guy whose career probably never took off, but when life gives you lemons, ooh, make a lemon custard, make lemonade. I know that's a really stupid thing to say, but it is not an easy city to live here. If you come here thinking you are gonna step off the bus with your suitcase and straw hat and just get picked up and be in a movie, it's not gonna happen. Also, we're into like the 5th or 6th generation of people that have been making movies. It is definitely a nepo business. But if you come here like me, don't want to get in the movies, you could just start a YouTube channel. I'm gonna cross anyway. So I'm gonna walk around Bronson to Santa Monica. I might wiggle over a little so we can walk in the cemetery and see the Ramones. Or at least the statue of a Ramon. I want to be like all of you. Do you think it's weird, like, to go into the graveyard on Sunday? Because people would be visiting there. I'll try it if they kick me out. They've never before. You will know that I actually thought twice about it. I will probably end up need to make that apology video too. Whew, another party. Here's a studio right here. We walked by the studio earlier today. No, we didn't. This is Sunset Gower. The studio we walked by earlier today was Bronson Studios, Sunset Bronson Studios. Hey, we went to the farmer's market and just tooled up to Hollywood and that area. And now we're just gonna run into to Hollywood Forever to pay homage, and then I think I might go home and take a shower. I'm sweating. But it's Sunday, so I don't wash my hair on a Sunday. I thought the Bewitched house was in Paramount, or in the Warner Brothers lot, because they tore it down in the whole neighborhood that it was in. But I would love that. Also, 6 Feet Under was shot here, and Dexter. And the Brady Bunch movie. And I only know that because I saw those signs. I don't know which Brady Bunch movie, but I remember them filming Dexter here because I lived on Bronson a couple blocks over. And I remember the 6 Feet Under on the marquee here, as well as the Brady Bunch movie. Sunset Bronson, which is a couple blocks over, that had all like the Judge shows. I know, so hey, if you are just joining, please take a moment to like and subscribe and chat. Even though we're not at the farmer's market anymore, once this is over, you could watch it. I generally go to the place that's listed first or in the beginning, but thank you so much. I always thought Soul Train was in Philadelphia or something, but I just loved that it was filmed here. Right? Sunset in like Netflix, whatever Scientology didn't get, Netflix did. And poor Hulu. There's a spiritual cult 1 street away. What kind of? Tell me all about it. I love Hulu too. I've loved Hulu since way back in the day. Remember when they used to have like foreign films and like all this British stuff? It's still my favorite between Hulu and Netflix, to be honest with you. I used to love Facts of Life also. I used to run into Natalie from Facts of Life when I worked in Beverly Hills frequently. Mindy Cohen, very nice lady indeed. We have Tubi And then we also have something called Mubi, which has a lot of art and foreign films on it, which I kind of like. Art and foreign films. And I got Tubi because I wanted to watch The Substance with Demi Moore, and I could watch it for free with a free week of Tubi. And I've had like 8 free weeks of Tubi, or 8 weeks of Tubi at this point, so it's no longer free. Not something I turn on every day, but I do like to browse it. Tubi has a whole channel of supermarket sweeps, right? And Tubi has a whole channel that shows the Breakfast Club. Only the breakfast club. Sorry, I can't say that. Oh, you told me about Look Movie. That's right. So I'm gonna try to make this anyway. I actually, I always like Supermarket Street too. I started the tour up the street right over there today. That's the high school that they filmed Ugly Betty at. Or they used that for Ugly Betty. I never watched Ugly Betty. I apologize. I don't watch a ton of TV shows, to be honest with you. I think my attention span has been destroyed by YouTube. And I'm trying to gain it back by having these 3-hour-long streams to increase your attention span. I've never seen that. But there are a lot of British TV shows that are hilarious. First of all, I grew up watching Are You Being Served? Because that was like a staple of WGBH2 in Boston, the public broadcasting channel. I swear to God, it was on 4 times a day. And like the comedies from the 70s, and of course Doctor Who. Every Saturday, that was a marathon. So the old black and white Doctor Who's. Hyacinth Bouquet. I can't remember. Keeping Up Appearances. That was another show with Hyacinth Bouquet, which was actually spelled bucket. I haven't seen Reefer Madness in so long. That might be worth a revisit. Especially if it's for free. Those TV shows, they're really funny, and it's not to get into history or gay history, or it's funny how liberal English people were about sexuality on TV. And maybe I'm speaking out of my arse because I'm not English. I will definitely check out Toast of London. But I remember the guy on Mr. Humphreys was a raging homosexual. And the innuendo about cats, and I love Molly Sudgen. I forgot what her character's name was. The blue-haired lady. So I've worked at a couple places in Los Angeles that have felt like I'm working at Grace Brothers. My last job. Not a department store, by the way. That's what happens when you end up with a really old man and a young nurse. I'm at 20%, but it fluctuates. My promise is to bring you to the Ramones, unless I get booted out of here because it's Sunday. But it's a tourist attraction and a monument and a museum, kind of, right? So I shouldn't feel bad. Car wash. You know, I used to really hate Hummers until I saw the Cybertruck. No, but there's something about him now that I kind of like. I think it's a little crazy. No, Joseph always wants to watch like baking contest shows. I don't really like them as much. So if you want to talk to text, the ultimate secret to getting it to work and not screwing up what you're writing is to speak with a southern accent. I don't know if this is since the president changed, but if you speak with a southern accent, it understands you. If you also speak with an Irish accent, it understands you. It doesn't miss a word. I really don't want to be walking down the street talking in a phony accent, though. Or having somebody be like, "Where are you from?" "Hollywood." I know. It started at the other end, the apartment complex thing with the old Sears building, which they were going to preserve, but just fell over one day. Yeah, they're going to replace them with unaffordable housing. I was so sad when that Sears disappeared. I did not live here. I actually shopped at that Sears once. It had this insane... So from the street, by the time I moved here, they had covered the Sears up with the facade and the look that the Sears had in the 90s. But behind that was this 1905 beautiful building, and they peeled that facade off, and so the old building was there, and then it just kind of fell into the street one day. Actually, we were walking down the street when it fell, and it's not really funny. All right, here we are. I'm gonna try to keep to the side, and if I see people come towards me, I'm going to try to walk away and not show them, but this is the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. It was probably not the most interesting Sears building I've ever seen, but I love old buildings, as you guys all know. So here we are. I'm gonna talk a little quieter. And we're gonna just kind of get out of this part and it's literally 10 degrees cooler in here. So this place was in pretty bad shape, I think up until like the late 90s. And then they started having events here and sold it to someone. They're the most expensive Dia de los Muertos celebration. Ridiculous, expensive. It actually makes me mad. It used to be like $20, and now you have to pick a time slot to go into, and it was like $69 for a VIP package, $89 for a VVVVIP package. It's probably worth it, but I'm cheap. Here's where the peacocks live that roam all over here. If we see anybody, we run. It feels kind of weird owning a cemetery. I am gonna cut through, which I normally don't want to do. I'm gonna try not to walk on anybody. I just don't want to interrupt anyone mourning. Are these ashes? Well, in Florida, everybody gets cremated and stuck into a wall. That's kind of what I imagined, because you can't really dig. But, yeah, they have roaming peacocks here. I like that one. There's just a little child's truck right there. I feel like this type of stuff is old-fashioned. And I would venture to guess that a lot of people don't get, fewer and fewer people get buried now. Like, I want to be cremated, or the mushroom suit, even though I hate mushrooms. So another little sad note here is sometimes we don't know who these people's graves are because the brass plaque has been stolen, such as this one right here. I think I picked up the mimeograph sheet and stuck it on there last time. I also never have come here on a Sunday. It feels really like a park. There are so many cooler cemeteries to hang out in than this one, by the way. There's one with a running track. And by the way, it's free to get in. Well, we're gonna unfortunately ruin their photo or not. We'll go back there in a second. I should have bought a loaf of bread at the farmer's market. I should have got 2 beet juices, though, is what I should have done. Hey, who's a fan of the Golden Girls? Anybody? Estelle is here, by the way, but she's on the Jewish side of the cemetery. And the Judy Garland Pavilion is over there. I'm going to do a actually not wandering tour where we go to the graves. I'm holding steady at 20% charge on my phone. Exactly. But I think Judy actually, oh my goodness, Judy was reburied here. I think she was moved from New York. Right? Do you guys, these people are listening to Judy Garland behind me, actually. Support your local streamer with likes and subscribes. Super thanks and super chats are also welcome. So, the Fairbanks. Douglas Fairbanks and Douglas Fairbanks Jr. So we're gonna walk back towards the Judy people, but we're not gonna look at them. They have a big picture. Oh. It sounds like was a challenging life.
You know a David Anthony Camarina?
No, sorry. So Estelle, Judy, and Toto. Toto was actually not there, but and Heish. I met her a couple times. She was super lovely. I met her and her child. They were both super lovely. Okay, this is where... We haven't even gone to the Ramones yet. I'm not sure. I had never heard of that person. So, Valentino is in here. I might lose my signal, so I might just leave. This is not a great signal spot. Let me know if it unshakes. Last time I went in there, it did the same thing. You cannot get near Valentino without losing the signal.
You're not filming, are you?
I'm taping. Okay, so we're gonna leave. Actually, we'll go out the closest way. All right, I think it came through this way. So I'm going to be discreetly filming the Ramon, which I just should have probably gone to. And I probably should not have come on a Sunday, so we have to leave. So there you are. So now we have to exit the way that I don't really want to walk, but we are. Also, I went to the website for this graveyard, and it does not mention that you are not allowed to film in here. Which I would have, if I wasn't on this chat or a little younger, would have promptly pulled up and shown him. I did my due diligence. Or I thought I did. I don't understand why you would, never mind, I'm not going to dwell on it, but I don't understand why you could show movies here, and that's not disrespectful. Or picnic. Anyway. We're always open to meeting people, for sure. Whew. The weird thing is that I cannot get to Valentino. I can't get to Valentino. Every time I go in there, we almost make it, and then it just cuts out. That's a ghost story in and of itself. What's the ghost of Valentino keeping from live streamers on YouTube? Oh, that's a peacock. That's not the exit. Right? They are wild, those peafowl. It's almost scarier than anything else. Right. So respectfully, we're gonna go. These people are having a barbecue. Let's see. I want to go. I filmed in here before, like multiple times. Never on a Sunday. Never on a Sunday. And I did have my misgivings, right? That was a peacock. Yeah, they're effing scary. I heard it again. They're scary and they're pretty vicious. In Arcadia, they just roam the streets because I forget who, the famous Arcadian, decided that it would be cool to have them, just like those monkeys that are on the island in Florida. I want to be cremated or alternatively buried in one of those mushroom suits. I kind of like the idea of that. Or they can do that thing where they turn you into a diamond or a gelatin. I don't want to take up any more space on the earth. I think this is an antiquated practice. I love graveyards though. Like really do love graveyards. But when I'm done, I don't want to waste any more space. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Just come back. The East LA cemeteries are the ones that I love. So the Angelus Cemetery, and then I get these two confused. The one that's in Boyle Heights, that they filmed Freddy Krueger in, or some scene, Nightmare on Elm Street in. Like, I love that one too. Woo. No, but on Washington Street in Boston between Concord and I'm not really sure the next street. There used to be a Mason's graveyard there. A Masonic graveyard, sorry, there. From like the middle 1800s. And it was an untended graveyard, and all of the graves were kind of like, people were like based in tombs along the wall, and the top of the wall had like a grass on top of it that you could walk on, but the roof was caving in, so you could go onto the wall and see like the crumbling bones inside. That sounds great, Baldwin Hills. Baldwin Hills has one of the best views of the LA skyline, I've heard. Hold on, it looks really gray out. I want to make it... Ever since we left Valentino, the Valentino curse. Hey, look at this happy puppy. Hi, happy puppy. A cute little face. Aw, thanks, Ty. I'm happy to. You guys, I'm at 15%. If I go down to less than that, I'm gonna sign off because that means something's not plugged in. But I feel like the phone has been charging steadily. We'll see. So yes, let me use this moment to say thank you so much for watching and walking with me. I'm assuming you're all on treadmills. Thank you, Ty, for reminding me. Still at 15%. I feel like a deep sea diver watching my oxygen. So this is a plaza. Santa Monica, parts of Santa Monica are not that interesting to walk down, like this. I would, honestly, yeah, we should trade, or I should give you my microphones that I bought so you can try them. I feel like for my purposes, those mics didn't work. And I now have a bowl full of mics, so. I'm ready for noodles again, actually. So, just for, what do we call them? Hits and giggles, we'll say. We are at 8 miles. Somewhere, you could see that, I'm not lying. The small of my back is so sweaty. We definitely are gonna go to Catalina Island. It's all about timing that rate. Also, like, we've got to keep feeding you guys stuff. I can't blow my whole wad in a month. I'm gonna do one stream for 3 hours where I walk around that block, though, looking for Wilcox. I thought that was a pretty interesting walk, part of this walk. So, ooh, those green hedges right there, that's the end of the graveyard, and just beyond that, that's Paramount Studios. I have to tell you, West Coast, it has really been the bane of my existence, the sound. Figuring out how to at least stream like in higher quality than SD was the best. And then the sound just has been like punching me in the butt. But I think we've got it figured out. I just feel like Pasadena is definite. I feel like we got it figured out. I feel like it sounds a little muffled. And there's some background noise that I kind of like coming in to play, you know? So it sounds very dead almost. Oh, I shouldn't have said that word. It sounds unalive. I'll be around this week. I'm happy to like, we'll get a cup of coffee and ho-hem and trade microphones or give you some microphones. Well, Joe fixed it live yesterday. And I think maybe Clint had mentioned that the sound was muffled. He had to turn the TV up to 40, which doesn't sound like a big deal, except commercials are so much louder. So my end game here is to make the sound so loud that you have to turn the commercials up. Huh? Sure. For sure. We're connected to email me. So this is kind of a cool hotel, by the way. I know it doesn't look like a cool neighborhood, but it's in Hollywood. You can get donuts and a top burger right here. Smoke shops. 7-Eleven. And that's the hole where the Sears used to be. Oh, but don't you worry, they're building a housing there. And studio space. Sure, I'll email you today. Or I'm really free. Like I just do my work when I want to. So I'm really flexible, I would say. So they're turning this thing into elevated bungalows. That's not affordable for this neighborhood. Hey! He thought I was somebody else, so I waved. So they're building more unaffordable housing. Definitely not keeping Hollywood in Hollywood. So sound stages, production facilities, and elevated bungalows will go here. I love when people watch YouTube Premium. I'm considering getting YouTube Premium because I watch so much YouTube. And I hate the commercials just like you. I tend to get a lot of commercials that are in Chinese also, which I don't speak, but I'm learning. Do you love YouTube Premium? I think I signed up for it once to watch the Super Bowl. The YouTube Premium is like, you can also watch regular TV channels, right? So when somebody's watching you on YouTube Premium, you get paid more than any other thing. I really haven't figured out how they pay yet. Or like, I mean, I have figured it out, but I can't really figure out, and I keep watching videos when I have a second, like what determines the dollar amount that they pay. So when you look at like the earned monies, you see how much comes from shorts. If you have shorts, you see how much comes from YouTube Premium and how much comes from just the clickable ads. But cable was expensive also. You're better, I think YouTube is probably better than Tubi, but not better than Mubi. You can see a lot of silent movies on YouTube also. I think I watched Charlie Chaplin movie a couple weeks ago. Oh. Here's our neighborhood club, Club Tempo. Bebidas, bye. Drinks and dancing. I have Amazon Prime Max, or HBO Max, or HBO as I like to call it. We have Apple Plus, YouTube, and then we turn on Hulu and off Hulu, as well as Netflix, depending on what we're in the mood for at the time. But I never get rid of HBO Max. Netflix has a lot of crappy shows for like the two that I really love. And so I wait for like, I don't know, let's say the show comes out, I wait a month to start watching it so I can just binge watch it. The Playboy channel, I remember the Playboy channel. Yes, by turn off I mean unsubscribe. We would turn off the subscription. In the olden days, that's what we used to say. Turn off. You're gonna have to do a live stream. We should do a live stream collaboration from you go to your Mexican restaurant, I go to my Mexican restaurant, and we order the same food and see what it looks like. One of my dogs loves to watch, there's a channel with a bunch of Maine Coon cats on it. I don't like watching it because it's sad and they always give the kittens away. They're obviously breeding them. But my dogs love watching cats on TV. Also birds. There's a dog channel. I thought about I'm not going to turn around because I don't want to see that. I thought about getting BritBox a couple times. German Mexican food versus Mexican food. Or Mex-American food. Although, you know, in California was once part of Mexico, so. I like to think that we still are. So here we are, Route 66. Here, you guys, just do it before it's too late. So we're about to cross the 101. We'll take a look down. This is always kind of a scary thing. Oh, you're going nowhere. I don't know if the connection is still bad. It should pop back up. There we go. All right, we still might be a little skipping, so I'm gonna try to walk to a better signal. But hey, thank you for being here today. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and smashing that sub button if you haven't, I would really appreciate it. We are walking in LA. We're gonna have a surprise walk this week, but we'll be definitely on Wednesday for food, but it might come on Tuesday or Thursday also. Thank you so much for joining and staying and walking. Have a great Sunday. I will see you this week.